Okay, so this is another video on Russell, the third one. You know, these videos are I'm using footage that wasn't supposed to be used, wasn't supposed to be published. Is this kind of leftover footage that it's only for my own memory, my own recollection. But in memory of Russell, I've decided to do this videos. Not very much editing, just basically piling up bits that I had in my hard drive and uploading them. So I hope you enjoy in memory of Russell Bentley, call sign Texas.
The main danger these days in ptIII is drones. And I was glad this morning when we woke up to see that it was raining, because drones don't fly in the rain. And of course in the afternoon when we come to ptIII,
And it's sun.
it quits around raining.
And actually the sun is shining, yeah.
This is my old office. The victory flag that flew over Berlin Reichstag.
Let me just check the... Yeah, we are on frame.
Okay. This is the old map of before the special military operation. This gray area was all Ukrainian controlled territory. Donetsk is right here, and as you can see, here's ptIII district. It's like the nose sticking out. So it was like surrounded on three sides, you know, so we were getting shot at from here, and down this way, and up from this way. And now, it's moved, this area has moved out a good bit more. This area has moved out quite a bit more. As you can see, I'm an Orthodox Christian. To be a Christian and a communist is not a contradiction. It's not a stretch to say that Jesus Christ was the first communist. He certainly shared with the poor, was egalitarian, non-aggressive. So I believe in God. Everyone, it's funny because my unit, Sud Vremeni, you know, it was a very serious, hardcore communist ideological organization. And the guys that came here, some of them stayed a long time in the rear. You know, as soon as I got here, 2 weeks later, I was on the front. Some of the guys that had been here for almost a year before me didn't go to the front till after me. But it was a little bit amusing because, you know, they would say, "Oh, you're a Christian." "Oh, I'm a communist atheist, opium of the people," and you know, all that.
Yeah, all that, yeah.
But and they would go to the airport for a couple of weeks. And they would come back and they would ask the Vostok chaplain, Father Boris, who's my godfather, who baptized me, would say, "Hey, I want to get baptized too."
So this is sudden change. I understand this.
Yeah. When you live close to death every day, you think a lot about God. And God is real. And you can see one other thing too. In our house, it's a kind of a tradition, especially here in ptIII district. We put these religious icons. This one's been here for many years. It's changed colors. It used to be colorful like this one here of Michael the Archangel. But the sun shines, and so it's changed the color of it.
Color, yeah, it wears off the color.
But every window in this house, and of course over the doors, you know, we have the icons looking out as protection, spiritual protection for the house and for us when we're here.
This is it's a nice place. It's unfortunate that it's not possible yet to live here.
Well, it was. We lived here for about 3 years before the special military operation, and it was really cool. We had a great garden. We had strawberries, watermelon, apple, grape, cucumbers, peppers, even jalapeno peppers that we were growing here. The grapes we made some wine from, which we'll get some to take back with us tonight. And so it was really cool when.
Close this one?
No, that's.
Oh, okay, it's still anti-aircraft work.
That might have been probably a mortar or. Yeah, probably a mortar.
Mortar. What was this? We met this this old man outside the house. I did not film for security reasons. But what was the man saying about the shooting?
Well, he was saying they're shooting over our heads all the time, you know. And that's it.
But
usually,
there are no military targets where we stand here.
No. I mean, this is a civilian neighborhood, residential. As you can see, I mean, as you have seen, these streets around here, you know, basically dirt roads. They're too small for, you know, a tank or BMP or something. I mean, if BMPs went down these roads, you know, it would be, you know, a giant swimming pool of mud in no time. This is a good lesson about how propaganda really works. People remember back during when Trump was president, you know, Epstein was arrested. He was in a federal prison in Manhattan. And then, you know, supposedly he killed himself. And some people say, oh, he didn't kill himself. He was murdered by the Clintons. Conveniently forgetting the fact that Trump himself was friends with Epstein for decades and bragged about it, and even said how he likes to have fun with Epstein because he had a lot of girls, some on the younger side. That's literally a quote from Trump about Epstein from back in like the 90s. You know, and so Trump was president, his buddy Epstein is in prison. You know, there's a real serious danger that he's going to spill the beans on everybody, including Trump. And so then, oh, did he kill himself or was he bumped off by the Clintons? Neither. This is how they do it. They get the idiots to argue two different sides that are both a lie. Epstein didn't die. Because I'll tell you something, I've been in a federal prison just like that one in Manhattan. And I can tell you that there's no way that you can hang yourself in one of those cells. They are scientifically designed, intentionally and especially, to make that impossible. I mean, as in, not possible. So, he couldn't have killed himself, and the only thing more impossible than him hanging himself, you know, is that, you know, a team of hitmen. Epstein is a big dude. So, you can't, you know, you can't just send in one hitman. If you're going to send in, if you want to kill somebody in prison, you either get one of the other prisoners to do it, or the most impossible thing in the world, yeah, I mean, to strangle Epstein would have taken at least two big dudes to do it. But the thing is, it is beyond impossible for, you know, two, you know, hitmen to secretly enter into a maximum security federal prison, sneak through from the street, through the gate, into the garage, into the hallway, up the elevator, you know, to the specific cell, unlock the cell, go in there and strangle him, and then go all the way back out without getting caught. You know, I mean, it's like escaping from a maximum security prison is almost impossible. Yeah. To sneak in, kill somebody, and then sneak out is, you know, the odds, you know, that you can just say that that is literally impossible. Mm-hmm. So what really happened? You know, Epstein pretended to die. A couple of guards were paid off a few $1 million each to pretend that they both fell asleep, to pretend that, oh, the security camera, for some reason, at the same time we fell asleep, at the same time when Epstein died, oh, something must have happened, it broke, you know. And then they, you know, they send a team of, you know, an ambulance with fake EMTs to go in and say, Epstein, breathe, breathe. Get on this fucking gurney, we're gonna, you know, wheel you out. You know, I mean, dude, and if you see the one picture of Epstein that was published at the time of his so-called death, you know, and notice too, in this photograph, you know, a dead person, they put the sheet over his face. They didn't put the sheet over his face. And he's got a little smile on his face.
He's having fun with it.
Yeah, he's laughing, and that's the way. That's part of the pleasure of being evil, is that you want to let. It's not as much fun if you don't let people know. That's why, you know, so many serial killers and stuff. You know, they send letters to the police or something like that. You know, they revel in the fact that, you know, they're superior, so that gives them the right to kill the stupid people or whatever like that.
And
you know?
they want the attention, right?
Yeah, of course. And so, listen, only an idiot can believe that Epstein killed himself. Only an idiot can believe that Epstein was bumped off in prison. Epstein is alive. He's sitting on an island somewhere with Kenneth Lay, with Abu al-Baghdadi, with Osama bin Laden. You know, they got a bunch of little naked kids bringing them, you know, martinis and doing other stuff like that. And I mean, there was somebody else that just recently died that I didn't believe they died. I can't think of it at the time. But dude, that's the simple thing. I wrote a couple of articles about it back when it happened. Do you know when Epstein's body was taken away? Do you know who did the autopsy, supposedly?
No.
I don't remember the dude's name, but it was the same guy who did the autopsy on John F. Kennedy when he was killed back in '63. And he was the guy who said the magic bullet theory. You know, that the bullet that zigzagged all between.
Zigzag, yeah, the gracinol.
You know, and this guy, you know, and it's like, you know, and he was hired by Epstein's brother. There was no DNA taken of the body. There was no fingerprints taken. There was no photos taken during the autopsy. Some have surfaced since, but I'm sure they're fake. You know, because it was like, you know, many months or years later. When, oh yeah, they say what? Here's the photos from the autopsy. They've been around for all. You know, everything can be faked on the internet now. So to understand what's the truth, you have to think, you know, not just with your common sense, with your brain, but also with your intuition, with your heart. You know, because, you know, if you just use logic, then you're just thinking based on the facts. But all the facts can be fake these days.
Okay. Yeah, that's important. Yeah.